Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Andrew, and thank you for joining us for Hebrews Podcast
where we talk about our personal experiences being dads in the day-to-day life of raising kids.
and coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Do we say good morning still?
Good morning still. Yeah, I think we say good morning.
I thought we were going to leave that. I thought that'd be, but okay. Well, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going over there?
It's going. It's been a long
It
time.
has been a long time.
don't
We
like
had
it.
some. No, I know. We had some break, little vacation time each of us.
Yeah.
Time to do some stuff. It was
Yeah.
exciting.
And I did not post any videos or anything, partially because I found out that it was illegal to fly
Oh.
drones where we were fishing.
That's right.
Well, where I thought this is, I'm kicking myself because I should have just brought my drone regardless.
Yeah.
But where the campsite was
Yep.
illegal, but 50% of the spots that we fished, I could have.
Okay.
I could have brought the drone, but. Yeah, so
Didn't
I'm
do it.
sorry, but I did take some pictures. We'll post those up. I'll try to get those out today, actually.
Well, that sounds
um,
good.
So on Thursday they will be live.
Today, Thursday.
I think that could be kind of cool. Like, hey, this is what we've been up to for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll show
like
some
for-
pictures. I have a couple pictures that I can share on there as well
Yeah,
on our adventure that we had.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a busy couple weeks between we had that, and then we had the Red Barn fundraiser at church, which is
That's right.
the local grocery store does this fundraiser where nonprofits can come in and they'll sell brats and hot dogs at cost, or the grocery store sells them to this to places. So
Yeah.
sold them to us at cost, and then we sold them, and all the profits.
So when I buy a brat from you guys, it's not at cost. It's just you price it, you mark it up.
Yeah, they
Okay.
mark it, and they give you all the prices and everything.
Sure.
So we didn't have to feel bad, like, well, we want to make $1 per blah blah blah. Nope,
Okay,
it's
they
all
say
just
this is
flat.
flat even.
Yep. So we made a good chunk of change for the Next Gen Ministries.
I always laugh.
so-
What is that called? A brat fry?
So
Usually is what they call it. the
yeah.
title.
Yeah.
Are you frying the brats?
Technically, no.
You're
and
grilling
that's what I
them,
don't
correct?
understand.
That's
Yeah.
what I was about to say. I was like,
Right.
the first time I saw it, I couldn't get out of my head the word is brat. I was like, brat fry.
Yep.
What?
Brat fry.
It's not,
But
I
even
know, I
then,
know that it's a brat. Yeah,
Like
but-
sometimes what a lot of people I found this out from one of my brat buddies who's a brat snob, if you will.
Mhm.
But what they do is when it's not pre-cooked, he'll actually boil the brats in
That's what you
water
do.
and then just sear them. I always just throw them
So
puppies
he-
on the grill.
He's not a true botanist. I don't know what that is.
botanist.
Because
A
the
botanist
real
with an
a
R.
botanist with a brat. Yeah, the real Wisconsin braters, I believe, boil it in beer.
Oh, that
I
would
believe
make
it's
sense.
a beer
Yes.
boiled brats. Like you can buy those in the store
Yep.
the beer brats or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever. Maybe it tastes the difference.
I-
Who knows? But that's what you do when they're not cooked. Is you boil them before. You're right. I
Yes.
knew that for a fact.
I would always
Done it before.
Yeah. I just let them sit a little bit longer. I probably should boil them.
And-
It's,
yeah, I mean it's great either way.
I usually just use a thermometer to make sure.
Make
that
sure
they're
because
good.
you don't want to eat
You
a
don't-
raw
no.
sausage. No. Ooh, my stomach's bubbling. Yeah, that's
So that's been my
happens.
week. Memorial Day weekend was good. My in-laws were down, and we got to test out the new boat.
Testing that boat.
First lake was bleh. It was not good.
Not great.
It was like slimy and green, and
Ew.
didn't catch anything. But the second day we went out and went out onto the Wolf River and caught a couple
Oh,
of
down in the
bluegill and
Wolf.
rockfish or rock bass. I actually kept a bluegill. It was bigger than my hand, so I was like, well, the first bluegill I've caught that's bigger than my hand. So I
You
figured
fried
I'd
it
keep
up?
him. Not yet. So I'm gonna have to try it. I've got a bunch of trout,
bunch
but I
of fish.
still have to figure out when I'm gonna eat.
That's good.
Because Lainey unfortunately doesn't particularly enjoy fish.
You know what? I'll
So-
tell you a little bit about my fish experience here, and then we'll go backwards. So we went to the Door County. I was going to say the UP. We went to the Door County for our Memorial Day weekend. We went to Door County, and they do fish boils up there. I don't know if you know what a fish
I've
boil is.
always wanted to go.
It's
to one.
really cool, very fascinating, and I found out that I'm not a fan of boiled fish in general.
Really.
First of all, I'm not used to fish that have a lot of bones in them. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like personally, I don't know how to get the meat off the bones the right way, so you don't eat bones every time you bite.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I don't like the fish enough to fight with all these bones. But the potatoes and the onions and like it was tasty.
Yeah.
And it was a good experience. It was a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So if you like fish, especially whitefish, they're like, we caught the fish this morning over in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, whitefish is good.
And it was nice and fresh.
Yeah.
Really cool experience.
I think I know the trick is with trout. If you start like up at the spine and you peel down the ribs.
Got it. I think I kind of got it toward the end, but by that time I was pretty full anyway. They a lot of potatoes. It's like,
and the truth is, like, when you're, especially when you cook them with the bones in, there's always going to be a few hair.
The little tiny bones, yeah. And that's what I chewed through that one, and I was like, I don't know if that's going to be a problem later.
What are you going to find out?
Well, right now I can tell you it hasn't been a problem
there
yet.
you go.
But, so, so this weekend, past weekend for Memorial Day, did Door County with the family. A wonderful time. We spent it. We were right on Ellison Bay, not Eliason.
Close.
It was so close.
So close.
Gorgeous, nice area. Lots of mosquitoes. I mean, there's woods everywhere. Bugs. The kids are like, I don't want to be outside. There's mosquitoes. So we did a campfire and some s'mores, and they loved that. Of
course.
Okay.
That's fun. That's always fun.
Yeah. But before that, we made a trip down to North Carolina to visit my wife's sister and her husband for a good week. We were there actually for like 3 days. I have an excellent story. So our connecting flight was like an hour after the flight landed. But in Green Bay, we sat on the tarmac for like an hour and a half or whatever. It was stupid, delayed. They're like, just hold on a second. We'll be getting off soon. And we just sat there forever. So we literally did the Home Alone running through the airport. And it was awful because Nina ran ahead with Eliza. It was just me, Eliza, and Nina. So Nina ran ahead with Eliza. I had to wait for the stroller that got checked at the gate. And, of course, it took like 13 or 14 more minutes. And Nina kept calling me and texting me, like, where are you? I was like, I have the stroller finally. And I start running. I tell you, you get some speed running on those walking escalators. I was like, I don't think I should run this fast. And I had to like stop to a dead stop at the end because I was
otherwise
like,
you're gonna biff it.
Running. So I was booking it, and she's like, you had to get on the tram. I was like, didn't know there was a tram. I'm just gonna keep running.
Oh no!
So I didn't make it, and Nina was at the gate, and she was talking to the lady. She's like, please, my husband's running. He's on his way here. Just hold the door for like a minute. And the lady's like, we can't hold the door anymore. Book another flight. So we waited at the airport 5.5 extra hours with a baby. Luckily, it had a lot of good food. It was Minneapolis, and I had found, it's funny, I saw a reel like the day before that Minneapolis has a golf simulator somewhere in the airport. And Nina's like, do you want to go find it? I was like, you know what? I'd love to find it, but the odds are I'm going to mess with it for like 40 minutes and waste all my money spending. It's like, I'm not going to know how to do it by the end. And so I was like, maybe some other time we'll go to a golf simulator or something. So we had a good time in the airport. Anyway, long story, even longer. We got into Nina's sister's house at like 1:30 Eastern time. Oof. It was ridiculous. So we were exhausted. Eliza was exhausted. I felt so bad for Nina's sister who came out and was like, all right, here, thanks for getting here. And it was just like too early in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's what we did down in North Carolina. We actually, some news, breaking news. Breaking news here on the Hebrews podcast.
Well, first, let's...
Coffee!
It's delicious. And then the news.
That's great. That's a great idea. This is iced coffee. The bean is the Columbia honey from Stock Market, which is delicious.
Ooh,
really good.
I have not had that one.
Very good. But also with some toasted marshmallow syrup. So a nice campfire.
Yes.
Iced coffee. Here we go.
Perfect for the summer we're going into. Yep.
Nice. It's good. Very good.
That's weird how they get the toasted.
I like it. I was so proud of Emily. Science. She toasted a marshmallow like perfectly.
Wow.
Her first try. Or her first try, she tried a little bit and then she's like, can you do it? And I showed her what to do. And then she did it.
And then she did
perfectly. And I ate it plain. She was like, here, can you eat it? I was like, sure. Melted in my mouth, like droopy, everything. Great.
I saw this real quick. I want to try this next time I have s'mores. I saw this guy that takes He's on YouTube, and he takes his boys camping. And when he makes his s'mores, instead of taking like a bar of chocolate, he takes chocolate syrup. And then when you pull the marshmallow off, there's a perfect hole in the middle of the marshmallow.
Ooh.
So he just squeezes a little bit of chocolate syrup in there and then drizzles it on a little bit top, and then closes it. And then when you bite into it, it's just like chocolate oozing out.
Nice. I like the like hard crunch of a non-melted chocolate bar in my s'more though, because the marshmallow doesn't melt it.
Yeah.
But that's what I like. Anyway, back to the breaking news. We have dad jokes right now, and I'll go first because he's still drinking. What do you call a magician?
Are you kidding me?
Dog.
Oh, a magician dog?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A labracadabra doodle-door.
I was saying, are you kidding me? Because
Do you have a magician joke as well?
yes, and this is not scripted, planned at all. What do you call a magician who's lost his magic?
What?
Ian.
Magician.
Oh, man.
That's too funny. That was a good one.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, save. Oh, gosh. That's pretty funny, though, that we had two
magician jokes. Oh, man, that's too crazy.
Great minds.
Mm-hmm.
They think alike.
They do. They do. So, but really, breaking news. The Quick Cells are making a big move to North Carolina. We went down, in fact, to look for houses. A little bit early, to be honest, but I'm okay with it. I'd rather get it done and then not worry about looking for a house then.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nina's last day of work is November 10th. So we'll be here till then. And we already have a house down in North Carolina. We close in late July, I think. So we're excited. We're just going to sell the house we're in now. And I know you guys are dying to know, what does that mean for Hebrews Podcast? Well, the truth is, nothing.
Nothing.
No, we can still do this over the internet. That's the great part.
Yeah.
He just has to get better at making coffee, since I make all the coffee.
Yep.
Not that he's bad at it.
No, but it'll be, I mean, it sucks. Like, it's not
Sure
going to
does.
be super fun, but we'll still have some opportunities to hang out and chat over the interwebs again, like when we were back in Michigan.
Exactly.
And then we'll give us an excuse to try to save up some money and go down to see some of the...
It's drivable-ish.
Yeah.
We've done it twice now.
Okay.
With 2 kids and then once with 3 kids. I'm actually kind of scared to drive down with a dog and 3 kids. But apparently there's drugs you give the dogs that calm them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because Martell, she doesn't mind getting in the car, but she's always way too excited.
Yes.
Or, like, over...
Yeah. They
panting.
make a essential oil that
Okay.
if you don't want to give them like a tablet,
Okay.
it works well. We've
Sure.
done it for Kinley. You just put it on their collar because they don't put it on their skin or anything. I think it's like eucalyptus, like just a generic.
Sure,
I have to
and
ask
calm them down.
Lainey. Yeah, and it then you don't have to worry about like because I know you can give dogs Benadryl.
Yeah.
But there's
Well-
always that like.
Yeah. One of Nina's friends that's down in North Carolina is a vet, and she said go to the vet and
Oh yeah.
they'll prescribe a drug.
Yep.
And it's like a basic
Blow dart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Elephant tranquilizer, I think it was. So,
Anywho,
we're
but yeah.
excited to do that, but it's going to be a long time until then. Lots of work to do before then.
Yeah, so we might have another scene change with the Hebrews podcast, but another scene change before the big scene change.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll still be here. We'll still be posting We're going to still shoot for every Thursday.
We're hoping for it, but summer schedules are kind of busy with everybody. And
as we said last time,
crazy.
we're going to try to do twice a month in the summer. Did we say that?
I have no idea.
I thought we said
I nodded
that.
my head just because I was like, if he said it,
I'm like,
whatever.
I thought so.
I'm just gonna go with it at this point. If Hebrews happens once a week, here we are. If it doesn't, we'll still be here.
You know why?
where to find us.
Yeah, because he's packing a house and trying to do summer things, and then we've got events and stuff. But we'll figure that out. We do have a big episode coming up.
You do episode 20.
I mean, I don't want to shy away from it. Is pretty big news, and it was.
Oh, no, it's not
sad
huge
to
news.
hear. And
At this point, I think most people know about it. I'm not sure. I don't know. At least all my family knows. I think. That's my dad. Yeah, my family knows. Did I tell you about the fun time that my dad found out we were having a third kid?
No.
I might have forgot to tell him. And he was like, "Can I put it on Facebook yet? Is it official?" I was like, "Yeah." And here I was sitting in the bathroom. And my wife's like, "I put it on Facebook." And like seconds later, I get a phone call. And I said, "Oh no, I forgot to tell my dad we're having a third kid." And it's my father. And I was like, I can't ignore this call.
Yep.
So yeah, that was fun.
Sitting on the pot.
Sitting on the loo. So.
Oh man.
Yep, he's crying over there because I'm moving to North Carolina.
Yep.
It's exciting. It's nice down there. Great weather. We were there a week and a half ago? 2 weeks? 1 week? I don't even know. Time's been weird. It's been a week. Yeah. Let's see. The weather, it was great. It was like 75 with a nice breeze. It was just like standing on the porch was nice and being outside. And I know we have similar weather here currently.
Well, yeah, currently, and then it's going to turn to, humidity galore.
Yep.
It's super fun when you don't have air conditioning. So
you don't have air conditioning?
No.
Why not?
The 2 air conditioning units are busted, and so they're trying to get new ones. Sorry, I've got... Have your allergies been really bad?
Yeah, pretty bad.
It is. Oh. Anyways, but yeah, we haven't had air conditioning, so we're trying to find tricks and stuff. They're just waiting on.
One time I didn't have AC, and what we did was we got a styrofoam cooler.
Yeah,
bought a 5 pounds, put a hole in the top, and put a fan on it.
Yeah,
it works. I'm serious.
If we get
that's good.
Depending on when I think they're deciding on the couple bids that they did. And, now that it's hot, it's going to be crazy.
Of course.
But we might have to do that in Ryland's room, at least upstairs, just because, his room will get up to, 80 degrees.
It's tough with kids, yeah.
But it's a nice, if we keep a fan moving, it's nice.
It's not. It's with breezy, 80 is fine.
Yeah.
But with kids, you never want to be risking it, right?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, our topic today, because of the big news and just kind of what's coming up with the podcast, like Scott said, nothing's really going to change. We're just going to do it over the internet.
Yep.
And still drink our coffee, still get together.
And again, November is the
yes, we've got 4 or 5 months
here,
before it's really going to start. Yeah. But we did want to do. We thought it'd be fun to do. What's our favorite chain?
Like a coffee shop kind of place.
Right? Oh, coffee shop? Or do we want to do main chain?
Now I'm confused.
Because
let's see what you had to say.
I was
thinking
main chain.
Your favorite place to go grab a cup of coffee that's not like you making coffee.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, what were you thinking? Maybe we can do both.
No, I was thinking because then if people wanted to try it, if it was
okay, I like your idea better because.
But then there's other people that.
Let me just explain my topic idea real quick because it can go in 3 minutes and we'll be done with this. My idea was your favorite coffee shop that's a chain that anyone can have access to.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite one to go to? And I was a top 3 list. And I was thinking in my head, top 3. There's 3 of them. There's Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons, and Starbucks. I was well, there's that.
Well, Dunbros, that's one too, right?
I have no idea what that is.
I feel like that's one in. Oh, that's gonna bug me out. There's Caribou in Minnesota. You should try it out. Caribou's actually really good.
Is it only in Minnesota?
No. But there's a lot of Caribou's I think it started in Minnesota.
All right. Well, the 3 big ones that I know of are Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and
good old
Dunkin' Donuts, which is coming along pretty nicely.
It is. I'm excited to try it.
It's still September, though, right?
What?
I heard the September date.
Seriously?
I mean, it looks like it's basically done.
I know. That's what I'm really? That's
slap some paint on that.
I guess you got to get people to work, and in today's economy, as everybody knows, that's
true. Everybody's hiring.
Yeah, it's hard, but anyways, so
let's go with your topic.
Yeah, so
we'll have some debate now that I have a little more.
So what we were thinking was, favorite. We could do favorite think I've had drinks at all three of those. Dunkin', Starbucks, and Timmy Hortons. So if you like one more than I do, then we can talk
Dunkin',
about
hand down.
the same. And then if I like one,
Dunkin' Donuts all day, every day.
Really?
Easy.
My list would go Starbs, Dunkin', then Tim Hortons.
Okay.
For coffee. For food, definitely Dunkin', then Tim Hortons, then Starbucks food to me is trash.
Starbucks food isn't bad. I guess this is our topic because we're going into Starbucks food isn't bad. Their bagels are really cheap and good.
But Tim
you could buy a
Hortons
bagel for like
bagels-
$1, and then they charge you like $1.50 for cream cheese.
Yeah,
So it's
which is
Starbucks.
stupid. It's like this does not cost you $1.50.
Yeah. Tim Hortons food is, I think the breakfast sandwiches are higher quality
Yes.
in Tim Hortons. Dunkin' Donuts is quick, easy. It does everything decently, but it does it the quickest and the cheapest.
And is it their bagel bites?
Dunkin' Donuts?
I thought it was Dunkin'.
I haven't had Dunkin'
Oh,
Donuts
my
since
goodness.
I moved back.
I
since
thought it
moved
was.
here from the
I
east.
thought it was Dunkin' that had the bagel bites. I got to look it up now
You look
because
it up.
there's.
I'll go on a tangent about regional Dunkin' Donuts because if you eat Dunkin' Donuts in New England and drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee in New England, you're getting a whole different cup of Joe than when you drink a cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee here in Wisconsin. The first time we had Dunkin' Donuts in the Midwest here, it was like 90% cream. And I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, is this true? And well, here's the deal. We ordered a medium iced regular. And they're like, regular? We're like, yeah, regular. What do you mean, like regular? Just everything that usually comes in a medium iced. They're like, no. So like 2 creams and sugars? I was like, I don't know. It's your job.
You tell me.
Yeah, you go to Dunkin' back in New England, you go a medium regular. They go, all right, hot or iced, and bada bing, bada boom. You got your coffee perfectly made. The same way everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the workers.
It might be. I think it's a New England thing or
Yeah.
an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I would assume so. Like yeah. So the stuffed bagel minis, I was right. It is at Dunkin' Donuts, and they're really good. It's I got the everything, and it's like a donut hole stuffed with cream cheese. It's so good. That's why I put them number 1 because of the stuffed, and their donuts. Like their donuts
Their donuts are great.
I mean,
I
in
love their
town
cake
here,
donuts, yeah.
I'm always going to go to Fanita's over Dunkin'. Like, I'm sorry, Dunkin', but you can't compete with Fanita's donuts in my mind.
I haven't had a Fanita's donut in like 3.5 years.
Oh, they're delicious.
They are really good.
And
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna-
like sweets,
The
but
first-
they're delicious.
The first week we lived here, our neighbors bought us a dozen Fanita donuts. She's like, go here, eat donuts from here. We're like, okay.
So yeah. Drink wise, my Starbucks go-to drink. The only reason I have to be honest, the only reason that I put Dunkin' below Starbucks is because I just haven't had it as much. And Timmy Hortons, I just put at the bottom because I've never had a good. I shouldn't say I've never had, but. And part of it, I feel, is in Michigan, the one Tim Hortons that I used to go to, or the 2, were probably like the ghettoist. And so I don't know, but anyways, so Starbucks, my go-to is usually one of their cold brews.
Okay.
I love cold brews. Like their vanilla cold cream cold brew.
Mm-hmm.
Or when it's pumpkin spice, I'll
Pumpkin
it's
spice?
good. It's so good. But if I do want to branch out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll get the shaken oat milk double shot espresso. I don't know what the shaken does. And it's like a cinnamon. I'm butchering what it is, but it's really good. And you can
Okay.
taste the oat milk. One of my friends told me about it, but
I think
that's
we talked
like
about that
every
before,
once in a while. But my usual go to is a cold brew, unless I want hot. Like if it's super super cold, then I just get peppermint mocha. But
Peppermint mocha.
anyways, that's like 4 drinks.
Yeah, that is. So let's see. Dunkin' Donuts, I always, no matter what time of the year, an iced coffee with regular cream and regular sugar, whatever they put in.
Around here, they don't know though.
They don't know. So, you know what? I guess. Let's see. I do that at Dunkin'. And Starbucks, I haven't been in for a long time. It's It's too fancy, and I spend too much money at Starbucks. I'll get it if I need a coffee and there's a Starbucks right there. But I usually just get like an iced latte or something like that. When I was a kid and all I wanted was sugar and caffeine from Starbucks, and as a kid, I mean like a teenager or whatever, I would get a caramel macchiato with 4 extra shots.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was intense. We had a good time. We did not mess around with caffeine.
No.
Let's see. Tim Hortons. I used to go just a nice black coffee hot from Tim Hortons. And it might have been the regional idea thing, too, because when I had Tim Hortons frequently, I lived in northern Maine, which is like right next to Canada. And Tim Hortons in Canada is not something to mess around with, apparently.
No.
So, like, it's the best, apparently. It's all the Canadians love Tim Hortons. So maybe we were close enough to Canada that it like kind of rubbed off a little bit on Maine, and we just got the good stuff up there.
Probably.
So I enjoyed the coffee from Tim Hortons, and the donuts were like quality donuts. But there's just something about Dunkin' Donuts that are like dirty, cheap, yummy. It's like, all right, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to try Dunkin' again.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be nice to have one like right here.
Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous.
The local coffee places we have aren't like practical to run real quick in the morning and get a cup of coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like sit down and have a nice latte with a friend inside the store or something.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
And the one
there's
has
a need
drive
for that.
through, but it's
still
slow.
the drive-through. I did that drive-through once and it took me like 40 minutes, not really 40 minutes. Yeah. It's not bad, but it's like I'm the only car there, but they're dealing with customers inside and there's like one worker. Yeah. So but Dunkin' Donuts should be quick and easy drive-through on your way to work or whatever. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. So yeah, let us know what you like.
Yeah.
Whether you're and check us out on YouTube, Spotify.
That's right. Let's do the plug at the end. YouTube, Spotify. Email us at thehebrewspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Facebook.com. That's right. We're on Facebook. Check us out there.
The Book
Make sure
Face.
you like and you follow there, I think. Mm-hmm. The Book Face. That used to be my Halloween costume, thanks to The Office. Have you seen that episode of The Office? So Jim goes to a Halloween costume and he's not dressed up. They're like, "You're not dressed up." So he writes the word book on his face. He's like, "I'm Facebook." It's funny. It's actually not as funny as you'd think going to a Halloween party with the word book on your face. People are like, "No, it's not funny."
This joke was already done.
Yeah. So, anyway, like and follow us on Facebook. Let us know in the comments down here on YouTube or wherever you're watching your favorite coffee regional place.
And maybe your favorite order, too.
Corporate?
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is.
Corporate.
Not local.
Chain.
Chain? Yeah, chain works well.
Chain. Yeah.
Chain.
So let us know. We'd love to even try it. Like, that'd be fun if we're in, like, Green Bay or something. Or try to figure out a way to get it home. Or if you try ours and you're like, hey, that was
awful.
Like, sorry, first of all. Like, I don't. But I feel like most people like cold brews, but I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. I drink iced coffee when it's like -30, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Tuning in.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time.
Thursdays or whenever you want, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here at youtube.com /
Spotify.
and Spotify.
And Podbean, but I don't
Podbean.
think most people listen on Podbean.
I think Podbean still just sends it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guys, have a wonderful rest of your day or night whenever you're listening. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
See you.